Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. Your boy's back and I done did it again one more time. So we are here on vacation and my laptop got messed up. My MacBook Pro got messed up, okay? It broke. Pretty much I don't have time to be waiting for Apple to fix it, okay? So what do? I buy a new laptop, right? So I said, you know what? This time around, one more time, let's give Windows, right, another chance, and let's buy a Windows computer, okay? Now, this isn't a cheap laptop. I'm gonna show you a little something right now. This isn't a cheap laptop. This laptop itself is $1,400, which is $400 less than a MacBook Pro, okay? Or you could even get a MacBook Pro at the same price at $1,400 or even a little bit less, especially today for Father's Day. They are on special on Best Buy. So if you're thinking about buying a MacBook Pro, go buy a MacBook Pro on Best Buy. All right. So I actually got a Spectre X360, which is a beautiful, when I mean beautiful computer, it is a beautiful computer. Okay. So let's open this up. Now, give you guys a little preview. Might have to take two hands, so give me a second. Okay. So yeah, so we are here. Okay. By the way, this is sunscreen. Was it suntan thing? Okay, sunscreen. All right. Yeah. So this is the laptop right here. It's a beautiful laptop. Okay. It's all metal case. Nice. It's like a blue color with a gold trim. This thing screams out premium, right? This is legit, right? When you look at it, okay? But one thing that's wrong with this thing is the trackpad, right? This trackpad does not work properly, okay? Especially for a Mac user that is expecting a trackpad to work at all times. There were so many times that with this computer, the trackpad, like the little mouse, would just get stuck somewhere. Or I'll be moving it and it wouldn't track that I'm actually swiping. Or it'll be a lot of little dumb things like it will freeze out of nowhere. It will show like a green screen when I was watching YouTube videos. There's a lot of things, right? So that's like, you know what? Maybe those are like superficial little things, right? Then I started coming in and say, you know what, I'm gonna run a virtual box on this computer, right? I'm gonna run a virtual box and I'm gonna run Ubuntu on it, okay? Now, doing that, for whatever reason, the ramp just kept on going crazy. Like it couldn't handle the virtual box, you know? Now, for some people, they might say, Joe, this is the norm. This is what we're used to. This is Windows. You know, things like this happen all the time. You know, you go to a website, you catch a virus. You go to this, and that, something happens, right? This is the norm, right? For a Mac user, right? This is not the norm, right? Everything on a MacBook Pro works. Everything on a MacBook Pro works exactly how they told you it was going to work, and it probably works even better in real life. Okay? Now, why am I showing you this? Well, right now I'm getting ready to go to the beach. But before we go to the beach, I'm going to return this computer, right? And I'm going to spend the extra, $1,000 to buy a 15-inch MacBook Pro 2019, okay? i9, right? On Best Buy, right? And some people might say, hey, this doesn't work, or this isn't good, right? Or this is too expensive for me. But guys, when I'm telling you your life is gonna be easier, right? When it comes to development, your life is gonna be easier with a MacBook Pro. Everything works exactly how it's supposed to, right? Any type of tools or web development tools that you're gonna be able to use is gonna be so much easier to use other than a Windows computer, okay? Now, I'm not telling you guys go buy a brand new MacBook Pro, right? Not everybody got it like that, or not everybody got savings, because sometimes you don't have to be a baller or anything. You just have to save your money or even sell some of the bullshit that you already have, okay? To be able to earn or own, not even earn, own a MacBook Pro. But it's worth it, okay? Your life as a developer is gonna be so much easier, and the experience of it is so much better. Okay, now this isn't the first time that I try to go back to Windows, and even right now, I actually have a few people that have been hitting me up from Microsoft to go to a Microsoft event, right? And I'll be honest, I just don't like Windows, right? And so I don't even know if I'm gonna go to this event just because of that, just because I'm like, I'm gonna be, an idiot over there when everybody knows that I'm not into Windows like that. So it's like, why am I gonna go show up to an event? It could be a setup, you know what I mean? Could be a setup. I'm getting kidnapped by Microsoft. No, but they want me to go to Seattle. There's an event from the 17th, from the 16th to the 20th, and they want me to go. Now I don't know if I'm gonna go, to be honest with you. Especially with this type of thing. Now, some people will say, Joe, it's actually HP. It's not Microsoft. It's not this, not. And you're right? But just Windows in general, like, I don't know. It's not reliable. It's just not. Most of the computers are not reliable at all. Even when you pay the premium, okay? This is a premium computer. $1,400 is not cheap. You get what I'm saying? This is not a bullshit Dell computer for $300 that you bought at Best Buy. This is a $1,400 computer. Like, for the trackpad to not be working properly, for little things to be slowing it down. And I'm talking about this thing supposed to have a i7 if gen, right? i7. It also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of hard drive. So in SSD, right? Like, this thing is not like supposed on paper. This thing is not supposed to be what it is right now, right? So for me, I'm just like, yo, for convenience sake, I'm like, I'm not going to use this thing, okay? Because it's like this. It's like, once you tasted the good waters of a Mac Pro, right? A MacBook Pro, you're not trying to drink from this dirty well. Like, you're just not, because you know what actually a good computer is now. You get what I'm saying? Now, for those of you guys that have never had a MacBook Pro, y'all could continue saying, well, Joe, it's too damn expensive. This is not for me, My Windows computer works fine. Guys, there's a lot of bullshit inside of Windows. Y'all know there's a lot of shit that you gotta deal with that a Mac user does not have to deal with. Especially when you're a professional like myself. Like, I'm not here, I don't have time to be debugging a computer. I want my computer to work straight off the bat. I already paid $1,400. That's a lot of money to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of money to anybody. You paying $1,400, you expecting this thing to work like a freaking champion. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. All I'm saying is, this might be the last time that I give Windows or any type of Windows computer, Mac, MacBook, unless this is a MacBook Pro, right? So I'm not giving no more opportunities to any Windows computers at all, right? It's just not for me, man. I'm not used to having to deal with stuff. I'm used to just like, hey, man, I turn it on, everything works exactly how it's supposed to, right? This computer is supposed to be fast, it's supposed to be fast. The trackpad is supposed to work, it's supposed to work. The keyboard is supposed to work. Everything's supposed to work. The camera, that was another thing too. The camera on this thing, right, would not turn on. There was moments where the camera wouldn't turn on, which is ridiculous. You have to turn off the computer and turn it back on for the for the freaking camera to start working. That's crazy. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, this computer's not even a week old, and it's already having issues like this. I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So we're returning this. We're gonna get a brand new MacBook Pro. Shout out to everybody who has Macs, right? It's just, they're reliable. I'm sorry, they're reliable. Everything works how it's supposed to. The only thing that has been wrong the past few years was like 2 years ago when they created the new keyboard. that if there was food inside of it, then the key wouldn't work, right? But besides that, they fixed that now. That was the only thing that was wrong with a MacBook Pro, and that was in the newer version. But I'm telling you guys right now, man. Besides that, just the operating system itself is amazing. Okay, so all I'm saying is for you guys, man, if you have the extra money, extra dollars today, go to Best Buy. I'm not sponsored by Best Buy. Take advantage of the sale that they have. Later on, I might do a sale for Father's Day for codingphase.com. Okay, but yeah, man, definitely, I'm not going back to Windows. You know, I'm going to be running Windows in a virtual box on a Mac, right? Whenever I need to do some work for Windows, or when I need to help you guys out and you're stuck on something, I'm gonna just put it through a virtual box. Because these computers are not good, right? The operating system itself is not good. So I'm just letting you guys know, please, man, you know, you got that bullshit PlayStation 4, man, sell that shit, bro. Go to a freaking eBay and buy yourself a MacBook Pro. It's only like $300. A 2012, I seen a 2012 MacBook Pro for $300, right? You could get a very good computer for $600 on eBay, used, right? You don't need the new latest MacBook Pro. Just even the oldest one are better than a lot of these new ones, okay? So it is what it is, man. I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again. Codingphase.com. Yeah, man. This is the things that we got to deal with as developers. We got to try out a whole bunch of different operating systems, a bunch of computers, and then once you figure out which one is the best one for your workflow and which one is the one that you know is reliable for you, stick with it. Okay. I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe. Peace.